All right. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Start on a somber note. On behalf of our football program, I want to offer our condolences to the family of Alex Miller and his friends, his teammates, and really everyone in Roane County and that entire community. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. And so, got that news on Saturday, and really just a sad event. So, wanted to make sure that they knew that everybody in Spencer and Roane County were thinking about them. So, solid three-phase win for us. First, what I think is a really good program in North Carolina State. Talked about it. I thought Dave's done a great job building that, and really proud of how our staff and our players responded. It wasn't perfect by any means, but we played the game the right way, and that's what really I was focused on. I thought it was a great atmosphere, and our crowd played a huge factor in that game, and I said that after the game, and I just want to reiterate that. Quick recap, starting with special teams. First, the negatives. Penalties hurt us. We had a couple uncharacteristic penalties on special teams. I thought it hurt us. They hit us with the fake punt, and really we probably, in retrospect, should have just left our defense out on the field. We practiced fakes. We felt that we'd probably see one. Coach Doran has done that in the past, but they hit us with it, and then we misplayed the kickoff return to start the second half. And I think in our punt return game, we can be better. We got to give Sinkfield a chance to run. The positives, obviously, the block punt. Josh had his best day punting, 4 punts inside the 20, 3 inside the 10. By far his best day. I thought Evan Staley was really solid kickoffs, other than the one he kicked out of bounds. The rest of them were really good. 6 extra points. And I thought our coverage units, both our punt team and our kickoff team was really physical on Saturday. Defensively, the negatives, penalties in the first half. We had a couple selfish penalties that really extended drives. By my count, 12 or more plays. We had 2 penalties on third down, late hit on the quarterback, and the targeting call. They're extended drives. Really, I think both of them were on third down, could have got off the field. So that was disappointing. And then we had 0 takeaways in the game. The positives, 2 sudden changes. We had the fake punt. And they immediately, defense came out, put out the fire. No points resulted in that. After the interception, they hold three plays in a field goal. So 3 points in those situations was a huge factor in the game. We limited their big plays. And I thought we won on third and fourth down, and we created some negative plays. You know, we had 3 sacks, 7 tackles for a loss. Offensively, the negatives, we got to be better on third down. Good news, we didn't have very many, but we've got to be better on third down. And we got to execute. We got to hit some of our shot plays. That's something we struggled with over the first couple of weeks. We got to do a better job hitting those. Positives are, for the first time all year, we really limited the negative yardage plays. 6.2 yards per carry, had over 170 yards rushing, 100% in the red zone. We had 0 fumbles, and our perimeter blocking was just a lot better. All right, so y'all saw this on social media. I'll kind of tell you the why behind some of our awards this week. Let me get to my pages. Sorry about that. So I want to talk about our scout team players of the week first, and these are important. It's good to give these guys some recognition. And it's a real – if your scout teams have really good weeks, not 100%, but oftentimes the play on the field mirrors that. And our scout teams did a great job last week. Our scout team offensive players of the week were Brandon Yates, who's a guy that we're excited about moving forward, and then Elijah Drummond did a nice job there as well. Defensively, our scout team player was Adam Hensley, who did a tremendous job. Obviously, he's very familiar with that defense. He did a really good job getting our offensive guys ready. Then our special teams scout team player was Isaiah Esdale, and that resulted in him getting some playing time too because he did such a good job. We talked about the juice guy on the sideline, and I thought those guys did a really nice job providing energy on the sideline. Jarrett Dagey did the best job there. He won our juice award. And then our community service award winner last, and it's really for 2 weeks, goes back to the Missouri week as well, was Reese Donahue, and he represents our program in the right way. The award winners for the week as far as players on the field, our offensive lineman Colton McKivitz played 72 snaps, 43 production points, far and away our most productive offensive lineman, graded out 93%. I do want to add, I thought Chase Barrett played his best game that I've seen. I thought he was really physically strained. and excited about how he performed and the confidence he'll have in that game moving forward. And I thought the 3 new starters did some really good things. We've got to continue to improve there. Special teams wise, we had several really good performances. Logan Timmons with the block punt was huge. Talked about Josh and Evan having nice days, but our special teams player of the week was Dante Bonamico. 24 plays. He started on all 4 core units. Was in on both kickoff plays we had. He had a huge tackle on the fake punt. Great effort play. And he did a great job in coverage on our punt team, and so he played extremely well in special teams. Defensively, we had 3 guys I thought were candidates for that. Giovanni Stewart, I thought he really for 2 weeks in a row he's played at a high level. And then Akeem Bailey, he had 9 tackles in the game. I thought that was his best game that I've seen him play going back 2 years and watching all the games from last year. But the defense player of the week was Dante Stills. Played 61 snaps, 2 sacks, a quarterback hurry, 2 tackles for a loss. I thought he was disruptive. One of those tackles for a loss was on a 3rd and short play. I think you're starting to see some of the signs of what he can be, which is a great player in our league. Offensive player of the week, honorable mention was Kennedy McCoy. I thought he played his best game. He went north and south, and he's got to continue to do that. Had some really nice runs for us, but clearly the player of the week offensively was Sam James. 9 receptions, 155 yards, and a touchdown. So those are the players of the week. Wrapping up that one, good win. I think it needs to be a foundational win for us. We got to continue to get better, and moving on to Kansas. So open up Big 12 play this week, as you all know. Trip to Kansas. They're coming off a really impressive win over Boston College. And Boston College is traditionally a really physical football team. And I thought Kansas played extremely well, especially in the second half. Coach Miles and his staff have done a very good job up to this point. Give a kind of preview for them. Special teams solid across the board. Their punter, Kyle Thompson, is very good. I think he ranks in the top of the Big 12 in punting statistics. And their kickoff returner, Jamal Horn, he leads the Big 12 as well. He's a threat. He had a big return versus Boston College. Offensively, they're multiple. Last week they looked a lot different than they did in the first 2 games. They're kind of a mix of spread and kind of what Coach Miles has done in his previous stops, Oklahoma State and LSU. Used more tempo last week, more run-pass options. Thought their quarterback, Carter Stanley, I've known the kid for a while. He played at Vero Beach High School for a friend of mine. I thought he played really well last week. Hit some balls down the field. At running back, they have 2 of the best ones in our league. Both Herbert and Puka they're fast. They're hard to tackle. They broke multiple tackles. They did a good job getting them in space, and they got up to the 2nd and 3rd level, made people miss. And they're going to be guys that we've got to know about. The Parchment kid is a kid that at receiver who's had 2 big games out of the first 3. He had over 100 last week. Kid that at Troy we recruited, so I know about him, watching him play in junior college. And I thought their O-line nobody's talking about them, but I thought that was the biggest improvement from the first 2 weeks to the 3rd week, is they played much better up front. Defensively, their defense coordinator, DJ Elliott, and I worked together at Kentucky for 2 years. He's done a very good job there. Their numbers through 3 games have been impressive. 3 down front. I think they've got a couple players that really stand out. I think their nickel, number 1, is a very good player. He's active. He runs sideline to sideline. He's physical. You can tell he plays the game with a lot of energy. And then the safety, number 12, he's all over the field. I think he covers ground. He's physical. I think those 2 guys really stick out. And I think they're playing hard. And I think anytime you do that, you got a chance. So we've got to continue to get better this week. We've got to handle the trip much better than we did the first away game we had. But our guys are excited about it, looking forward to starting Big 12 play. So with that, I'll open it up for questions.
Neal, your own offensive line obviously